Yo, JD here, and we are here for my 6th Hotlap and setup in the series, and you can see we're at Monaco here today. And you can also see I'm showing you my time beforehand because I want you to notice the middle sector of a guy who's slightly ahead of me, half a second quicker in that middle sector, and I felt my lap was pretty good, pretty respectable. Not 100% clean. The last chicane was not 100% clean. But you'll be able to see just an example of what keeps occurring on this track for the last couple of years, and I really hope this gets changed. It's very disappointing to see, and basically I'm showing you this. You can gain half a second of 2 attempts to 3 attempts doing that because you can actually do it on the corner up the hill in Sector 1 as well, which I'll be showing you in a second. I'm showing you this to basically not discourage people who feel their times are not quick or anything at all. It's because a lot of people can do this on the track. I'm not naming any names who's done it in front of me on the leaderboard, but you can see I'm not calling anyone out at all because it's completely their choice, and it really doesn't bother me at all because I know in league racing you just can't do that. You'll get damage and stuff like that. But it's pretty annoying to see, but I felt it kind of makes me feel a little bit better because I know my lap was reasonably good, pretty good. Not 100% perfect, of course, because I haven't done the wheel around here seriously and not ever really, so I was pretty happy with this. And you can see again, you can take that first corner, you can pretty much cut the first corner completely, and you can see this here again, not a massive cut, but it gains you a significant amount of time. So it's pretty disappointing that you can wall ride and take corners like this and also hit the wall and it does not slow you down. I can confirm. And when you hit the wall and you keep your foot in it, it doesn't really shave off any speed at all. So I didn't enjoy doing this in time trial because really I don't think it really rewards the real skilled pilots or the skilled players. Obviously you have to get it around the track, but it's basically just to not encourage or discourage people. But you can see hitting the wall there gives us an invalidated time, which is fair enough at all. It's kind of annoying because I was up on my time, but going through this now, we hit the wall, albeit not as hard, but it doesn't invalidate us. So it's just a little bit inconsistent. And again, I'm pretty much just showing you this before my lap. Basically just say that what can be achieved by just hitting the wall like that again. It doesn't really cost you any time. So that's the rant over for there, but we're going to actually move on to a lap and hopefully this will help you out. This is not 100% clean, the first corner is, but pretty much everything else is reasonably clean and a good, respectable time. So as always, get the DRSO as you can. For this first corner, we're braking just before the 2018 sign, going to 6th gear, all the way down to 3rd. Don't hit the wall in the exit. Going up through into 7th gear now. As the car straight at the hill, that's where you want to be turning in 4th gear. Really stay as tight as possible as the shadow ends, turning in 4th gear, hitting the wall there though, just before the black box. That's his turning point, 1st gear to get that extra little bite into this. This corner, very interesting. You do not need to go tight because I actually think you lose some time. Middle of the track, you want to be going in 1st gear for this, just before the shadow. That's your turning in 2nd gear, going up through the gears now. And again, this corner is very, very difficult, but you want to be braking just after the 100 meter ball in 7th gear, going down into 3rd, then double downshift into 1st again just to get extra bite into the corner. As you pass the 50 meter board, that's where you want to be turning in. Much commitment pole flat out through here. Just before you turn in, that's where you want to be going in 4th gear for this. Just before the shadow, going down to 1st gear again, just that extra rotation before the back box, 2nd gear, come through here and trying to get DRSO as can. We got a little bit too much oversteer there, cost us half a temp coming across the line, and we do a 1:07.7, which you can see there is definitely some time to improve, especially off that last corner and last sector. I feel, in my opinion, there's definitely some time to improve, but that was enough for 9th on the leaderboard, not too far away from the number 1 time at all, which all the setups are very, very similar. I tried a lot with different wings and stuff. Pretty much just changed my brakes, really. It's not really too different to the guy's setups ahead because the suspension seems to be quite common. But yeah, it's very frustrating because there's just a lot of time you can gain through corner cutting. That first corner, I felt I took it quite clean on that lap. But you can gain a lot more time than that. But you can see 10, 11 wings, anything lower, like 9, 11 was a bit too understeering, and 11, 11, a little bit too oversteer with my setup. So I felt that was the perfect balance. 65, 100, traction is very difficult around here. It's very slippery, this track. So 65 just makes it a bit easier to get on the throttle. Suspension geometry same as usual. I don't think that's really going to change anytime soon. Suspension, again, freak free does seem to be the norm on the suspension because of the curbs. It allows you to glide over the curbs with front anti-roll bar 11 and the rear 7 and 3-4 just gives you a really nice balance. 89.53, you do need stopping power around here coming out of the tunnel. You must need that. And 53, not leaning towards 52 because it's a little bit too oversteered, but it's just a really nice balance for me. As for the tyre pressure, it just gives you that more rear traction, a lower rear pressure, just enables more traction coming out the corners. But that is my hot lap here today. Hopefully you've enjoyed that as well. As I said, please do not get discouraged of what the game allows you to do. Hopefully this shows you what you can do on a relatively clean, fair lap. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Give it a like if you do, and see you tomorrow. Peace.